Today I'd like to share a video with you about how I use goal setting and why I believe goal setting is so important for you and your business. This is the exact process that I've used to create a $1 million agency in my first full calendar year of business, and I'll show you proof of that in just a few minutes. Regardless if your goal is to make an extra $1,000, $5,000, or maybe even $10,000 per month, the goal of this video is to reinforce to you the importance of scripting out your ideal business and life on paper. The first quarter of 2018 is almost over. I know, I can't believe it either. And if you found yourself missing the mark just a little bit, that's okay because the year is not over. And I hope to help you get back on track with this short video. Listen, I know that there's a lot of negativity out there. So today I'm gonna ask you to do something a little bit different. I'm gonna ask you to turn off the TV and to tune out all the negativity and to focus on the most important thing in your life, which is you and your business. Setting goals is something that every one of us needs to do on a consistent basis. Otherwise, achieving what we truly want is next to impossible. And on this video, I'm gonna share with you a simple formula that takes you from where you are to where you wanna go in the fastest and shortest amount of time possible. But before we get into that, consider this.
Most insurance professionals get into this business because of a dream. A dream to help people. A dream to be financially successful. And sometimes a dream about what life could be like if they achieved everything they wanted. It's almost like they carry around a mental movie of what life could be like, even if their reality is so much different. They are perfectly happy talking of one life while living something totally different. Their dreams give them an escape from their dire circumstances, and they believe that a few moments of escape is actually more enjoyable than actually working to change their situation. But for you and I, that is not going to work, and I'm glad you're here today. Just having your goals in your mind isn't good enough either. A number of years ago, I heard a story that had a big impact on me. Tom Bay, in his book Look Within or Do Without, talked about a study that Harvard Business School did many years ago to measure the financial status of its students 20 years after graduation. The report claimed that only 3% of the graduating class that year had specific written goals for their future. 20 years after that, the 3% that did have written goals was found to be earning an astounding 10 times that of the rest of the group who had no clear written goals.
Now, I have no idea if that report is really true or not. But the point is this: it doesn't matter if you're a Harvard business graduate or if you barely made it out of high school. You can be successful if you tap into a proven system and have a clear plan of action to get there. By all means, dream away. But if you want to turn those dreams into reality, you've got to turn them into goals. You've got to have bold courage and fearless action to move you forward. Now, I've been setting goals since I was about 19 years old, and like most people, I don't always hit them. But I come a heck of a lot closer than most people because I actually take aim. Now, there are a ton of books and resources out there for you on goal setting, but really, it's not that difficult.
Okay, now here's my method, which was developed after reading countless books on the subject. And I'm just going to give you some ideas here, then it's your job to take these goals and make a master plan. Okay, so when it comes to setting goals, goals have 4 elements. Okay, number 1, they must be specific. So for example, being a rich insurance agent, that's a dream, and that's not going to work. However, earning $250,000 as a full-time agent, now that's a goal. Number 2, goals must be actionable. Write a few applications, that's just a dream. However, write 3 applications every single week for a minimum of $5,000 in APV, now that is a goal. They must be time-oriented. They must have a set deadline for you to achieve them. $30,000 in the next 2 months. Now that has a specific end date. Number 4, they must be realistic. Writing $30,000 every single week, that may not be realistic at the beginning. Maybe eventually you could get there, but at the beginning, set a goal that is actually realistic. Now I want to talk to you about your master plan. And inside of your master plan, you are going to have objectives that you need to hit in order to accomplish your goals. Now this master plan is going to be broken down into 5-year and 1-year goals, monthly and weekly objectives, and finally daily tasks that will make it possible for you actually to achieve your goals. Here's an example. 5-year goal. Have an agency that's producing $2 million every single month. Okay? 1-year goal. That agency is producing $1 million in its first full calendar year. Monthly goal. Personally produce $30,000 in premium and have the remaining produced by high-quality agents that I attract. That's my monthly goal. Weekly goal, breaking that down, that monthly goal even further into weekly goals. That's have 20 appointments per week. Once you have these goals written out, then you can figure out what your first day's task is, which in this case would be dial leads to book enough appointments for the week. Now that is a plan. Starting this very second, you are going to be performing these tasks at a specific time every day, which support your weekly objectives, which support your monthly objectives. That is going to support the big picture, the 5-year goal. All of this has to be done in writing. Yes, it's going to take you some time. There are no free rides here, but you owe it to yourself to do it. The single biggest reason that people fail in anything is they never take action. So don't just breeze through this. Take a moment and script out a plan. Better yet, take a whole day off and plan this out for yourself. Inaction is the kiss of death, but all obstacles can be easily overcome for those who want to take action. Figure out where you want to go and then put one foot in front of the other and start nailing those daily tasks, and you'll be blown away at where you end up. Now, before we finish up, let's revisit what I wanted you to ponder. An unaimed arrow never misses. See, if you have no expectations, you are not going to let yourself down. If you do what I'm suggesting and put a plan to paper, there's a chance you could fail. But if you don't aim for anything in particular, there is no way that you can fail. See, an unaimed arrow never misses because it's always going to hit something, a rock, a tree, a bird. And if it hits what you want it to hit, it's extremely lucky. It's just a lucky shot. In any area of life, your arrow must be aimed at what you want to hit. In a nutshell, you get what you aim for. If you aim for nothing and you don't have any specific goals in your life, you're going to get something, just not necessarily what you want. Don't allow another day to go by. Don't allow the kiss of death, which is inaction, to creep in and stop you. You'll be blown away at where you end up the rest of this year. Over the next few weeks and months, I'm going to be talking about my written goals for me and my team. We may hit our goals some month, we may not, but we will be sharing it all here on this channel. So make sure you subscribe. Now at the outset of this video, I promised that I would show you my results from my first full calendar year in business, and here you go. This is behind the scenes in my CRM system. I have pulled up for you here the premium that my agency did, and collectively we wrote $1,417,085 in life premium. We had 36 writers and took 1,728 applications. I can guarantee you that it didn't happen by accident. I had written goals and I worked every day on my daily tasks to see it through. Now I hope this video gave you something to think about and that you got something out of this video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed watching it as much as I enjoyed making it for you. And this is Jordan Shank signing off. Have a great day.